What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the red color, starting with the dwarf first build, utilizing his great hunt on the elephant. His name is Yoshii, and he is playing as Odin. His opponent today in the blue color playing as Oranos. His name is TheKid, having some fun with his elephant over here as he's still trying to kill this one off. This is one of the hardest animals in the game to actually kill, and we are actually seeing Grass doing the correct thing here. He's doing some animation canceling to make the elephant die a little bit quicker, but I'm interested to see how Yoshii is going to make this one work. He's got an elephant he needs to kill here. He's going for the dwarf first, which means he's getting himself hunting dogs. Has he got hunting dogs yet, or does he get it a little bit later? He's got hunting dogs here. He's dragging the elephant in as best as he can up, and he will be, unfortunately, needing an ox cart here for these villagers on this hunt. But nonetheless, he's going to be having a fun time with this one. So, Sheltered Pass, Oranos for Grass TheKid with the elephant spawn. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to go. On this map, I've been recently trying to work out ways in which you can play around this elephant spawn a little bit better. Because the thing is, it takes so long to kill the elephant. And having the elephant in your main base is such a huge bonus for civilizations like Greek, Egyptian, and Atlantean, but they can't take advantage of not needing to build an ox cart. I mean, Atlantean obviously, not an ox cart, a storage pit, but obviously Atlantean doesn't need to do that. But the thing is, it would take just as much time, probably, to walk over to this hunt as it would to kill the elephant. If not less time, that it might be worth it to just walk to this hunt first and eat that in the first case. The other thing you can do is just walk straight ahead and try and run straight into your giraffe and be eating them really early here. As Yoshii now dropping his temple in the middle of the map. Yoshii's builds are so tight. If you want to learn how to play Odin and you're not up for like fully understanding all of the different ins and outs of this build order, I would say try learn something else. But Yoshii here, he's going to get an incredibly efficient early game here. He's going to be getting himself his 4 dwarfs out really, really fast. He's already got himself 7 villagers on food right now. He's going to get another ox cart out here. He's going to have plenty of villagers going over onto wood. He's going to have an incredibly fast advance time. We see the temple coming up to finishing there to spawn the ravens. The oracle's getting pushed back here by Grass. And we'll see what Grass is going to get up to here in the classical age. He's not going to be able to get himself a 430 here. He is going to move over onto this elephant in an attempt to eat everything he can to get to the next age. And Yoshii here, he is already clicked up through Heimdall. Heimdall rushing the Oranos is something popularized by Soup fairly recently, in all honesty. Soup has been doing these Heimdall rushes against Oranos with ridiculous success. The big advantage of Heimdall is that you can prevent the military building coming up for quite some time. So the citizens of Grass agree, we're going to try and build the military academy. And what Yoshii wants to do is when that military academy is about halfway finished, he's going to cast Undermine on it. So what Grass needs to do, he actually needs to start 3 military buildings from the get-go, as we are seeing the Ulfsark coming in, preventing the citizen from getting his mana up on this position here as he's trying to get that one up. I don't see the oracles. The oracles are in position here to Valor straight away. My opinion where this is concerned is that Atlantean needs to start, especially against these early aggressive plays. When Atlantean goes for a 430 advance time, Atlantean needs to manually heroize these oracles here. It's worth around about the same cost as a Murmillo. They are around about as strong as a Murmillo, as we do see the Longhouse is getting dropped down on the Zebra right now. He's causing a lot of problems. And if Grass here just manually heroized these oracles, he would have been right onto this Skraeling here at half HP. Beautiful house there, blocking these oracles from finishing the buildings here as the Einhir coming in to cause some problems. We do see the military buildings coming up. Oh my god. Yoshii could block both of these buildings here with an undermine. He hasn't clicked it just yet, and he's going to be missing that. Too much chaos going on for Yoshii. He misses his undermine. That's a crucial miss here in this stage of the early game, as the Promethean coming in here to cause some problems. The Hero Oracle is going to be pushing back here as well, as Grass is trying to micro his own units as best as he possibly can. He's about to lose his Promethean offspring, though. Those are going to be able to run away for the time being there, as the Hursa on this position getting some good damage done. The Citizen going to be making a run for it here, as Yoshii tries to get it on the side here. He does have a little bit of building blockage ability there, but the Citizen going to be able to pull back into the main base. Now the question is going to be, is Grass going to be cutting Citizen here in an attempt to hold this early game rush that Yoshii is putting onto him here, as the mana seems to be going down on this position, as Grass here is at 40 or 55 population. Yoshi's at 45 or 45 population. We do indeed see the undermine getting cast onto this mana to take this down even faster here, and Grass here has to build another mana. He does chuck that one up in his main base. He's at 47 population though, so he actually needs 2 manas down at this point. That undermine and killing off that mana out there is so big for Yoshii to slow Grass down here. The big thing here that I think that Grass is not realizing is that with both of these longhouses on this position here, he can literally start sending 1, 2 Murmillo off and start looking to raid this hunt here with just a handful of Murmillo. He doesn't need everything here to defend this. Right now, he can literally just be happily sitting in under his town center here with Cairo Ballista and Terma and everything, and just sitting here and sending off Terma and Murmillo to kind of raid these villages. And that, with Undermine down, the town center is not going to be able to be torn down incredibly fast. He can start hurting the economy of Yoshii. But he's going after the Longhouse. I imagine he might be able to make this work, but he needs to be really careful with his army here as he's retreating back. The Cairo Ballista are going to get caught out of position here. Grass needs to use box formation in these sorts of situations, as Yoshii, he's able to start pushing through. Yoshii does have a slight population advantage as Shockwave comes through. Townsend are going to be attempting to hold onto this position here. As you can see that Yoshii has cut Citizen for quite some time here in an effort to hold here, as the Hero Oracle going to be able to take down that Einherjar on this position here, as now the Promethean starting to move forward here as well. Terma retreating back, and we do see population here for Grass has slowly started to be pushed down here. 54 population, 58, as the Valor gets cast. The unit's going to be retreating back here for Yoshii. Yoshii can now start building himself some more Einherjar if he so chooses, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. The Einherjar spam is so difficult to deal with, as those Murmillo are all out, and it looks like he's going to be able to take out that Einherjar and maybe be able to win this fight here, as he has to micro away those Terma to keep them away from the Ulfstark here, as he's continuing to take this fight. The Cairo Ballista coming in here. Grass not taking care of his Cairo Ballista. This is such an expensive unit. It's so much DPS, but the HP is so low, as Yoshii is barely holding on in these fights. In fact, it looks like Grass and Groom is pulling away here, as he's cleaned up every single one of those Yoshii units. Grass and Groom in a really good position in terms of economy right now, and in terms of military, as now Yoshii can start thinking about sending villagers over onto this hunt to start eating it again, as the Ulfsark raiding cavalry getting pushed back, and Yoshii's rush has seemingly completely failed to Grass and Groom's kind of economic sacrifice. You can see Grass is still only on 10 citizens here. He hasn't started that 11th citizen, but Yoshii's only on 29 villages, so it's at best equal in terms of economy, which is a win for the Odin in some universes. Sometimes it is a win in that situation there, as the Cairo Ballista starting to attack the Skraeling on this position here. We do see the villagers trying to get that mana up over there, abandoning the mana as the Murmillo have to come over here. Grass really cannot be sacrificing Citizen at this point, and definitely does not want to be sacrificing Citizen Gather Time, as he's going to be throwing that mana down. More buildings coming up over on this position, as the house is getting sniped down by Promethean. Nice play there from Grass, as the Einherjar getting taken down. The villagers are going to start moving forward. Yoshii knows that he needs to stay on hunt here. He cannot be giving up the hunt. And I think Grass knows that he actually has to push Yoshii off of hunt. But right now he doesn't know where Yoshii is. Yoshii could be on his rhino at this point, or on the giraffe, or on the zebra. The zebra are finished, obviously, as well as the gold mine starting to be grabbed on this position as well. As Grass now looking to push in over here, he's staying at 10 citizen. Has he started another citizen yet? No, he hasn't. He's got a ton of villagers over on this position here as the army looking to push in onto this position here as the Ulfsark raids coming through to push off of the hunt here as the Murmillo are going to be splitting up. Now Grass sees the villagers over on this position, going to be trying to take those down as best as he possibly can. Got to be very careful with his Terma here as the Ulfsark going to be retreating away. Yoshii is so good at this distraction gameplay as the Terma and the Murmillo get completely out of position there as they have to pull back. And Yoshii is pulling away in terms of economy here. Grass needs to know this. I think Grass has started citizen production up now as well as the units pulling right into the corner of the map. That's so much population being distracted there by Yoshii. He's buying so much time for himself here in this game as a Promethean now getting targeted down by those Hearths. So that's definitely not what Yoshii, definitely not what Grass and Groom wants there as he's trying to pull away. And now we see, I mean, the villagers just about finishing up on this zebra. The villagers in the middle here for Yoshii getting a lot of value there where they really shouldn't be because, I mean, Grass and Yoshii are roughly on the same amount of population here. In fact, they're in the same amount of population militarily and economically here. So things are very, very equal. However, Murmillo do beat Ulfsark and raiding cavalry. So if you do, I mean, the Terma are useless, but the Chiroballista are good, and there's only one Terma. So you have to put the edge here in this game, as we do see a citizen kill that. No, the citizen teleports into the manor, as all Atlantean haters start saying, "Oh, why does this always happen?" You want to get that citizen nice and close to the manor if you can. As the army getting pushed back here. Yoshii biding time as he does decide to turn around and take this fight. But you have to expect that this army here of Grassy Group looks like it's going to be able to clean up this army of Yoshi's very nicely. We do see a shockwave getting thrown down there as the citizen does actually end up getting sniped. Good play there by Yoshii, able to make that work there as the Chiroballista on the back does get abandoned. The Ainia are going to be helping out a ton in these fights. There's only one hero, Murmillo. Do we have that final valor? It's already been used. So no more heroes here for Grass as Yoshi's army with the Ainia are able to carry, absolutely carry Yoshii through in these fights. That bonus there from the Ainia is just too strong as Grass decides to tap out in that moment. He runs out of food over here. He runs out of the food on this position as he's going to be pushed off of the hunt after losing that fight. And he's on the secondary gold mine. He does see the rhinos over here, but he is going to be in for a very difficult time here. You'd have to expect here, Grass had this timing here where he definitely had an advantage, but he just allowed Yoshii to grab this hunt in the middle of the map for no reason. By chasing those units off, I think if Grass just garrisoned his citizen here, and just allowed those units to attack this manor for however long they wanted while applying full pressure to this hunt here, then Yoshii would have had a really, really difficult game ahead of him because, I mean, just the fact that Grass was gathering hunt over here means he can just continue to do what he was doing, punishing the economy of Yoshii, punishing these houses built in the middle of the nowhere. There's just so much value on this location, and Grass just couldn't quite put the answer to the puzzle together to continue max value from his army here. And Yoshi's distraction action gave him enough time to allow his economy to get him all of the units out that he needed, and especially allowed him to get those Einherjar out. The question is, how does Oranos deal with Einherjar once they get massed? And the answer is, in the classical age, it's really, really tough to actually deal with Einherjar. But the thing is, normally what Oranos wants to do against a Heimdall rush is just kind of ignore the army. The big weakness of the Einherjar is that they only have 3 speed, and the big advantage of Oranos is they've got 4.95 speed. So If Grass, instead of trying to go for this giraffe here, just throws some farms down or something, jumps onto these berries, grabs these rhinoceros over here, and he just starts running around the map like a madman, hitting this gold here, hitting this wood here, hitting this hunt here, over and over and over again, he doesn't have to even deal with the Einhia, and eventually he will get to the heroic age, and eventually he will get access to Stymphalian birds, and those Stymphalian birds will be able to be a hard counter to those Einhia. But he just couldn't make it work in this game. Yoshii gets the dub. Grass and Groom going to have to go back to the drawing board here for game number 2 and think about what he can do to win that one. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.